We just got another filler Monday Night Raw, and the only thing that was important from the show was the new tag team champions. And let's be honest, everyone knew the Usos was going to win this match, so it wasn't a surprise. Everyone knew what was going to happen. I wish there was at least a storyline behind the Usos winning the new championships, because they just won for no reason. There's nothing behind it. Now they're on top of the tag team division. Hopefully, that's where they stay. Hopefully they remain tag teams until they retire. But knowing Triple H, knowing how much he loves the Yeet Man himself, Jey Uso, most likely this is going to turn into a storyline with Jimmy and Jey. Jay's going to turn on Jimmy, or maybe vice versa. It's probably going to be Jey turning on Jimmy. And Jay's going to turn into a heel. I'm going to hate every second of it. But, hey, some of the fans still cheer. Well, I can't even say some. Most of the fans still cheer for Jey Uso. So, don't be surprised if that happens, guys. And we got to talk about Austin Theory's promo. What are we doing here? What is the writing? What is the story? Basically, he comes out here, says, "Oh, this was my goal. I've done everything to get here." And then basically says, "I'm doing everything for Braun Breaker to be the next world champion." It really is just a waste of time. This is just filler. The whole mask thing. What was the point of that? What was the point of Austin Theory being in a mask? And now this is where it led to. What was the point? Can anyone tell me what the point was? This is just filler. It's just filler. It does not feel important. The writing, the story is just boring. I was intrigued. They had me in the first week. But if this is what we're going to get week to week, I'm sorry. It's not intriguing. It's not important. It just feels like a filler story. That's really what it is. We then have the World's Women Championship match, triple threat between Vacker, Nikki Bella, and Raquel Rodriguez. It was a decent match. There was multiple near falls. Vacker retained her championship. So, yeah, not much to talk about. At least there was a championship match on the line. We then had a quick match with R-Truth against Gunther, and Gunther squashed R-Truth. I think this is building Gunther into a unstoppable beast, basically, right? He's fighting all the old guys. Next is probably going to be AJ Styles, since he did lose his tag champion. We then have Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory with Logan Paul by his side. Before, leading up to this match, we basically have, Austin Theory get hyped up by basically everyone on the Vision saying, "We got your back. You're one of us. You got your back." Basically, everyone says it. Very repetitive. Nothing of substance. No character work between any of the characters. Just generic AI freaking script. That's basically what it is. Paul Heyman tells Logan Paul to join him. And when that happened, I already knew it was probably going to end in a disqualification. And that's what happened. Right? When Logan Paul DQ'd, he interferes, beats up on Rey Mysterio. Penta returns. And basically, he returns to save the day. He beats up everyone. Rey Mysterio gets up. 619s, both people. Or it was one of them. I think it was Logan Paul. But yeah, that's how we end that. I really hate DQ matches. I feel like there's so many, especially on Raw. There's always a DQ match. At least this wasn't the main event. Because there were so many times in a row where we ended as our main event in a DQ. Okay? But still, this was just annoying to end as a DQ. We then got a little segment between Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch, and I can't believe that Maxine Dupree is our mid-card champion on the women's division. I really can't believe it. But this has been a pretty long story. They've been telling the story for about 2 months, 3 months now. I'm pretty sure their match is next week, so this was just a little build-up for next week's match. Nothing too special, just largely set up. But that leads into the main event, which is the World Tag Team Championship. And like I said in the beginning, the Usos won this match. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Let's be honest, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee were not a real tag team, right? They were just put there to, I guess, be a placeholder. I don't know why they were even a tag team. They should have just kept New Day as the tag team champions. Because at least the New Day can give you and tell you a good story. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, I mean, if I'm wrong, let me know. I can't remember one good story they've told as a champion. Or feuds, right? They only have good matches. And I know there's a lot of people that like WWE just to watch an amazing fake match, okay? That's not me, okay? I want to see a great storyline leading into a match. But we now have the Usos, and I want the Usos as a tag team. Like, stay as a tag team. I don't want them to build them being a tag team champion into Jey Uso wanting to be a solo star. We went through this already. Stay as a tag team. You guys are better as a tag team. I do not want to see Jey Uso talk about, I'm happy as a tag team, Us, but I would be much happier as a single star, Us. Like, I don't want to see that. No one wants to see that. Bring back the tag team division. Right? We need good stories from the tag team, especially on Raw. There has been no good stories from the tag team division in years. So have the New Day and have the Usos tell a good story, right? Or add a new tag team, right? Like the Street Profits. I don't know where they've been. It looks like they don't want to push Montez forward in any direction, so you might as well just bring them back as a tag team. Do something. Tell a story with the tag team division. Because we used to have great stories from that division, and now it's just nothing. It's just we're going to put on matches for no reason. Raw just needs to revive their tag team division. Hopefully that's what they're aiming for, right? They have the Usos as their champion, which is a big name for your tag team champions. You have the New Day already on Raw. That's an instant rivalry you have, right? They can tell you good stories just from those two teams alone. I don't know what happened to the Creed brothers. I don't know if they got fired. I don't know if maybe one guy got hurt. Bring back the Creed brothers. Because they're young. They just have to find their gimmick. They have to find their characters. And going against the Usos, going against the New Day, that's going to push you to want to be a better tag team. So I think bring back the Creed brothers. The Street Profits, I don't know where they've been. I know they're a SmackDown team, but they can easily just change. You know, if they come back, they want to go on Monday Night Raw, put them on Monday Night Raw. We just need to revive a tag team division. And by the way, Trick Williams was also on Raw. It was a quick little segment. Basically, Adam Pearce wants to recruit him to go to Raw, but that's really it. Nothing too much. But, yeah, man, this show was pretty garbage, right? We went from a decent SmackDown, which SmackDown usually is horrible. SmackDown is usually the worst show. The SmackDown gave us a better show than this Raw. This was disgusting. And that's going to be it for this video. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will be back. I'll catch you guys. Peace out.